So another math study, paper 2 question. This time is about geometry and trigonometry specifically. It comes from the November 15 paper. A lake, question 4. A lake is in the shape of a triangle ABC, where AB, BC, and CA are paths around the lake. The paths have the following length: 140, AB, BC 110, and CA 120. So everything is in the diagram here. Question A, find the size of the angle BAC. This one, that's the angle we are looking for. Well, I can see from the diagram that I don't have any right triangle. There is no right angle here. It's a normal, general triangle. What does this mean? Well, if I look at the formula booklet about geometry and trigonometry, I need to keep in mind that I cannot use any trigonometric ratio because there is no right angle. I need to use general rules like the sine rule, the cosine rule, the ones I have here. I look back one more to the question. I want an angle and I have the information of 3 sides. So if I look at the formula booklet again, I don't think I can use the sine rule because the sine rule at the best is asking for an angle, could be this one, but I need to know not only 2 lengths, but also 1 angle. So I will not be able to use it. So I go back and I see, well, maybe the cosine rule. The cosine rule, so for example, in this form, I can see that in order to know an angle, I will need to know the 3 other sides. So that's exactly what they're asking here. I need to apply the cosine rule. So here is my triangle, and because I'm interested in this angle, BAC, what are the sides? These are the 2 adjacent sides, and this is the opposite side. So this is what I need to write in my formula. Cosine rule is 140 square plus 120 square minus the adjacent 110 square divided by 2 times the adjacent 120. So the 2 adjacents and here the opposite. Now it's interesting to see that I'm not interested in knowing what the cosine of the angle is. I'm interested in the angle itself, isn't it? So what do I need to apply? I need to apply the cosine inverse over, and I don't want to draw this again. So everything that is here, I need to put it here. That's gonna give me the value of the angle itself. Remember that inside a cosine, I have an angle. If I'm interested in getting the formation of the angle, well, I need to do the inverse. Putting this in the calculator give me the value of 49.3236 and so on. IB wants 3 significant figures. Here they are. So my angle is 49.3 degrees. That will be my answer. The question goes on, asking question B, find the surface. Finds the surface of the area. Well, for the surface of the area, I need to go again to the formula booklet. The area of a triangle, and remember, I'm not looking at a right triangle. There is no right angle, so I need to go for this generic. I cannot use base times height divided by 2. So I have one side, another side divided by 2, but I need to use the sign of the angle in between. So what I need is 2 adjacent sides and 1 angle in between, which I already have from my information. I know the angle here, 49.3, and the two sides in between, or the two adjacent sides. So here we have the areas 1.5, 120, 140 sine the 49.3 that I just found out. That the calculator gives me the answer, but remember that I would like to have this in 3 significant figures. I'm gonna use 6, 3, the 7, and I put a 0, and that's is an area meters squares. That's the answer. Next question, the farmhouse is located at point D, an extra point away from the lake, such that the angle DBC is 80. I have an extra angle, and the angle BCD is 40. The farmer has built a straight path from her farmhouse D to points B and C. Show that angle BDC is 60. So first I will need to draw it. So I need to draw the information they give me. This is the farm. I draw the lines. So getting another triangle, I have my 80 degrees and my 40 degrees, and they are asking me about that one. Well, we have another non-right triangle, but if I have two angles, can I know the third one? Yes, in every triangle, even the non-right ones, all the angles are equals to, the sum of all the angles are equals to 180. So I write this down, BDC is 180 minus the other angles that I know, the 80 and the 40, and actually this is the 6 degrees they were telling me about. Question D, the next one, find the distance between C and D. Well, C and D is this one. Now I know all three angles, and I know one side. It's time to have a look, finally, to our favorite one, the sine rule. But remember, look, we are looking at the ones and the formulas you can use with a non-right triangle. Here, I know one, if I know one angle, if I'm looking for one angle and I know two sides and an angle, I can find out what I was looking for. So the side I'm looking for, x divided by the angle, the sine of the angle opposite to it, so the sine of 80. I know that this is equals to any other side, but the only one I know is the 110 with the sine of the opposite angle, which is the 60. So I know that this is equals to 110. I use this one because it's the one I have the value, and the sine of the opposite angle, which is a 60. Okay, so I have 110, and then I have the sine of 80 goes up, and the sine of 60 goes down. That gives me the length x. Using the calculator, that's equals to 125.087. Remember, I want 3 significant figures, so my answer is 125 meters. The last question, the farmer's tractor is located at point A on the other side of the lake. The farmer walks along the straight path from her farmhouse D and around the lake to the tractor A. Show that the shortest possible route that the farmer can walk passes through point B. So what they're asking here is to compare what is shortest to go this way, DBA, or to go that way, DCA. And they tell us to prove that the shortest is this one, upper one. Well, I know already this length, I already know this length, this is longer. I know I just calculated the 125, so to compare the two greens paths, I will need to know what is BD. To know BD, I just need to apply again the sine rule. So I apply the same rule as before now, but I'm now looking for another side, BD, so I need to use the sine of the opposite angle, is now the 40, if I'm looking for this side, is equals to, I choose the same angle and side as before, for example, so I need to isolate x, my BD, put this in the calculator, is 81.6444, three significant figures, 81.6. Now I need to compare both lengths. So if the farmer goes up, the BA is gonna need to walk 140 plus 81.6. If it goes the lower route, DCA, it needs to walk the 120 plus 25. Adding them up, I can see that 245 is bigger than 221.6, so it will be shortest to take the upper route as they were telling us A, B, D to go from the tractor to the farmhouse. That answered the question.